Yo, what was that?
What was what?
Weird cloaked figure, alleyway dealings.
Okay, check this out.
What is that?
Okay, you know a shrink ray?
Yeah.
This does the opposite.
So it grows things?
Watch this. You're checking it?
Give me that. So this can make anything bigger.
You're watching Throttle House. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James.
And these are some of the best body-on-frame off-road vehicles that you can buy, and we have an entire snowy playground.
What he said. The 2019 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. It's big, it's blue, and it doesn't seem to change much. But hey, if the recipe works, right? The 4Runner provides its occupants a simple but spacious cabin with comfortable rear seats and a gigantic trunk. Under the hood, there's a naturally aspirated 4-litre V6 that gives us 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque through its old-timey 5-speed automatic gearbox. Manual isn't an option, unfortunately, but we still get a locking differential and 4-wheel cruise control. For 2019, we now get Fox internal bypass shocks. So in combination, it might not compete with other $60,000 cars on the road, but that's not where it belongs. Off-road, this thing isn't scared of anything.
Tighten up the bolts on that skid plate, Toyota, because the Wrangler Rubicon is here to reign over the rough country. Now, if you opt for the Rubicon trim, you get some very serious off-road goodies that we'll get into later. But most importantly, this is a proper Jeep with a 285 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque, naturally aspirated 6-cylinder. And now, it has a very good interior. It also comes with some more aggressive tires than that 4Runner, which should help today when we do a bit of light off-roading. Nothing serious, just some good old-fashioned fun.
But before we get started, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell to see our videos the moment they come out. And follow us on Instagram at The Throttle House to see behind-the-scenes footage like this. Check the mic, check the mic.
Check.
Check. And the other adventures we have coming up before they go on YouTube. Okay, off-road in the 4Runner TRD Pro. Thomas is right behind me in that Jeep with its mean eyes. Woo! So I'm in 4 high at the moment. That's all we should need for the terrain right now. The snow is nothing. It's nothing to this car.
All right, I'm in 4 high because that's this type of territory, and oh my, that is a hill. I'm a drive up it now.
Thomas is going for it too.
Oh, James is going too slow. Speed! I just dragged her up the hill.
Oh no.
And he is stuck on the hill.
I was a bit of a deep bit of snow. Okay, I'm gonna try and...
This is me doing circles around James in a TRD Pro.
Thomas is laughing at my demise. All right, making noises, and we are off. Wow, this snow is deep. And under the snow, we just have a blanket of ice.
Even with the ice, this wasn't the most challenging off-roading in the world, but it sure was fun.
Woohoo! Oh!
Yeah, this thing just takes it like a pro. You could almost say like a TRD Pro.
Oh, this is what I was born to do. I'm a track driver. I'm not an off-roader. I'm not a rally car driver, but oh, I am at home here.
It's a beautiful day, beautiful Canadian winter's day. It's not nearly as cold as it has been. We have the sun shining and I'm in a bright blue car. There isn't much more you can ask for. Apart from that, I got to stare at the back of that Rubicon.
Corner. Oh my God, this is just too much fun.
Oh, Canada.
Easy. Oh, that's a steep hill. Woo!
Yeah! Growing up in suburban London of the UK, I'd never experienced anything like this before, so it's a huge novelty. Huge novelty.
This is a go anywhere vehicle, and I absolutely love it.
Watch your toesies.
You don't intimidate me.
I do intimidate you. If there's a hill involved, apparently I intimidate you.
Ooh, too soon.
Too soon.
So,
I love this thing.
yeah,
I have absolutely fallen in love with this car.
it looks really good.
It looks so Jeep.
It looks like it's about to go back to Jurassic Park and make T-Rex run away.
It looks like from the windshield, it looks so like military and rugged with the hood vents and the red and these wheel wells. It's such a cool yeah, that's how the hood opens.
I do.
It's actually really cool.
Oh.
See, pop that. There you
Wait,
go.
hold on,
Push
hold
that
on.
one down.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's like a fancy bottle of water at the restaurant.
This is not a fancy bottle of water. This is a 3.6 liter V6. Makes a good noise, instant throttle response. Very good for off-roading. You don't need to slam this. And hook.
Okay.
Right? This is a really good looking vehicle. It is just
Almost
a Jeep.
as good looking as this.
Okay, the front end of this does look very awesome.
Do you have a skid plate that says TRD Pro?
I have a skid plate, but it does not say TRD in red letters on it,
Okay.
and that looks very, very good.
Yes.
That's a fake hood scoop, though. What's up?
Okay, it is fake, it's weird.
Yeah.
These are halogen, these are LED, strange.
What?
Wheels are really cool. This has TRD Pro badging.
Yes.
Does that say Rubicon anywhere?
Yes, it says massively on the side. This
Yeah.
is gigantic.
I'm sorry, I don't
face
read
Rubicon
American, I read
on the
English.
side. Does it say it on this side so the camera can see? Rubicon. To remind you.
Okay, so they both have that.
Yep.
All right, let's check out the interior of the Rubicon.
Yes, let's do it. You're going to be pleasantly surprised, actually.
Yeah?
It has been updated.
All right.
This
This
is
is really nice.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a matte red.
Is
Not
this
the-
styrofoam? What is this?
No, the roof comes off. Does the roof come off in yours?
No. If the roof came off your house, would you be happy?
I don't know what to say to that.
It happened, didn't it?
Okay.
No, that's cool. The roof coming off is bad.
No, it is, and the doors come off, obviously. You can just cruise
Obviously.
around.
And the wheels come off too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Why? Well, yeah.
for the water.
This is a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang reference?
Does anyone know what Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is on this side of the world?
I don't know. Well, yeah. Do you? Let us know. I don't know. Did you grow up on it like James did? Okay, so this is the Jeep Rubicon interior, the Wrangler interior of the Rubicon. It is fantastic. It's actually really, really usable. It's
Yeah.
flat.
It's very flat.
It's classically Jeep in that way. Steering wheel is comfortable. It gets so hot it hurts my hands. The heated steering wheel. Do you have a heated steering wheel? Oh, that's too bad.
No, but you don't need one in that. I figured it out.
Okay.
As long as you're driving westerly at about 10 in the morning, the sun just comes through the window
Just
and
cooks
boom.
you.
Yes.
Okay. It took me forever to find out where the window switches are. They are down here. But when you figured out, and why do you think that is?
Because the doors come off.
The doors come off. That's very
Yes.
clever. This is my off-road pages are coming up now. It's gonna. Oh, look at this. Okay, so I've got my pitch and roll, which is not an issue here because
Yeah.
we're not doing any.
That's
rock
actually
crawling.
how you.
Accessory
That's how you
gauges.
scratch your crotch, isn't it? Pinch and roll.
Oh my god! Pitch
Okay.
and roll. Okay, important information. Oil pressure, transmission temperature, coolant temperature, oil temperature, battery voltage, all laid out perfectly for me right there. I think it looks fantastic. Yes, it would be cool if it was analog gauges, but that is all
I
you
think it's
need.
pretty cool.
It tells me where my drivetrain is at, right? So here's all the cool stuff that I can do. I have, as you know, 2 high, 4 low, and I can lock my differentials independently. So I can lock my rear only, or my front and my rear.
I can't do that.
You can't.
Only the rear.
Right. So I can lock both out, and I can electronically disconnect the sway bar.
Is there anything on this car that doesn't come off? when everything comes off, what is
left?
what is considered a
Just
car
a
anymore?
happy me sitting here in a
With
red
a steering
box.
wheel.
Yeah. Anyway, so the gauge cluster is actually really bright, really easy to read. I will start the car for you right now. Everything's right there that I need. This is honestly a fantastic place to sit. The seats are comfortable. The visibility is great. I love the interior of this car.
I really like
I
it.
don't love a lot of interiors. I think this is just so cool.
Yeah, first impressions, I really like it.
Honestly, and like you see, there's some plastics and stuff and whatever, but like
But who cares? You know,
exactly.
this is you know what this wants to do.
Exactly.
And you don't want.
And it can do that, as we saw.
Yeah.
I would love to take this rock crawling. Okay. Anyway, this infotainment actually I think is fine once you get used to it. There's a lot of stuff on the main.
Press that
page.
again. Does that work?
But
You keep missing it.
I missed it.
Is this why when you come to my house, there's always pee on the seat?
You're just full of it today. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, so XM radio is fine.
And there ends the copyright of the video.
That was bad. That was bad medicine.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a good infotainment. It feels high tech but classic at the same time.
I get to hold on one, I'm afraid.
Yes, right. You have a handle. I have a handle here.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Honestly, the back seats are jump seats. They're barely what I would consider comfortable, but they get the job done. Manual handbrake. I love this car. I love it. Can we do yours now? Because I want to go laugh. I really do.
All right.
Ooh, this is very spacious.
This is a very livable car.
This is a very spacious car.
You feel like you're on the outside of this one. And I'm pleased to say nothing falls off, comes off.
Well, it's not necessarily a good thing for an off-road.
Apart from a sunroof.
Sunroof, okay, that's important. Why are there so many different materials?
Yeah, there are quite a few.
There's like
this is different to this, is different to this, is different to this.
Is different to
then,
this.
Yeah, then you got some carbon fibers.
That's different than this little section
I think
right
that's
here,
the same as
which
that.
is that.
But then this is pure piano black.
Okay. There's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff going on
There's
here.
some funky stuff. Basically,
Okay.
they did a project with everyone. And
You have a normal key, don't you?
Yeah.
Can I see that key? You want to pull that out for the ladies and gentlemen?
It's not good.
It's not good, eh?
It's not good. I'm pretty sure a 2010 Corolla had a nicer key. Yeah. It also feels very light.
It's a good thing that this car is incredibly good off-road.
Yes.
This is hilarious.
Okay, so this is interesting in that it's not got much going on. All this stuff, this makes you feel like you're in the kids bit of the Science Museum, where you can just
Yeah, that's true.
turn some knobs.
That's true.
But yeah, this is very simple. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay, which I know people are like, it doesn't need it, but honestly, once you're used to Apple CarPlay, it's really hard to go back. And for $60,000, whatever it is,
It should have Apple CarPlay.
give me Apple CarPlay. Also,
Yeah.
I want to heat the steering wheel. It's been freezing in the morning.
Yeah.
know,
It's a good looking steering wheel though. It's nice. It's okay.
It's good. It feels nice. The dials are like mechanical looking. They're very cool.
Yeah. Okay. They're fine.
They're fine. Everything
This is fine.
Everything about this interior says we spend money on everything else.
Now this interior says we spend money on jet skis because we tow them places.
Yes.
That's what this says. Or a boat because you could tow it with this.
But it's very comfortable.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
fine. You got your
I have heated seats.
high 2 i4.
Right.
Ooh, wow. And they're infinitely adjustable.
Like, yeah.
Infinitely.
Yes.
Anyway, this is fine. It gets the job done. The seats are leather, kind of. Should we go drive the... Ooh, what's this stuff?
Yeah, and this is how you lock the rear diff. And when
Yeah.
you come back, the light comes on when you've done that. And then this is for different traction surfaces
Yeah.
and cool stuff.
Cool. Gets all the get the off-road goodies. It's got all this stuff. Lots of space back there. Those seats look more comfortable in the Jeep too.
Yeah.
All right. Should we drive these on the road now? 'Cause that's where people are going to drive them most of the time.
Yeah, this is going to crush you on the road.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Let's go try that.
All right.
All right, on the road. This is a good sounding car. Okay, I want to preface this by saying, on Throttle House, obviously, as you've seen, we've driven a lot of different cars. All the time we've got a different car in our driveway. All cars nowadays feel, SUVs, CUVs, whatever they are, they all feel broadly similar. This is one of the first vehicles that I've driven in a long time that feels different. It feels different and it feels special, and I absolutely love it. It's a Jeep thing. I understand.
Okay, in the Toyota, this giant blue beast. I'm a huge fan of specialized vehicles. There's too many crossovers on the road right now that are trying to be everything. I mean, the Ford Edge ST advert claims it's a supercar with utility. As you just saw, this is a proper body-on-frame vehicle.
Okay, what's it like to drive on the road? Power delivery is quick, it makes a good noise. It's actually a pretty quick vehicle. The steering actually feels quite good, a lot of front end lean and stuff, and the seats are comfortable. But honestly, that's where the nice parts of it end.
All right, foot down, V6, go. Yeah. I'm not even worried about hitting a tree. That tree's toast. And that's where it kind of stops. Because when you're sitting in here, as Thomas and I discussed, it is quite simple. But there's something about it, it's bulletproof. It's basically the Nokia phone of cars.
So unlike the 4Runner, this actually comes in a manual. This is the automatic, unfortunately. I like a manual off-road vehicle. I don't think that everyone's preference is manual, so there are advantages to automatics off-road. But personally, I just think it would be cool to be able to shift gears in here. That said, I have driven the manual Jeep Rubicon before, and there is no spot to put your left foot because the location where my left foot is right now is where the clutch is, and there's no dead pedal. So there's this kind of this narrow little foot box, and there's no spot to put your left foot. It's not super comfortable. The Jeep, as you saw, was absolutely fantastic, a complete riot off-road, but on the road, it is not the most refined vehicle.
So you saw what it did off-road, and I got a chance to drive that Jeep, and the Jeep honestly was a bit more fun off-road. It felt like I could do more with it. But where the Jeep falls down, this comes through for you, because on the road, it is a very composed vehicle. Driving this car for the last week, there are moments where it feels like a big RAV4, and there are the moments where it feels like a small bus. Or a fire truck in Grand Theft Auto, where you feel like you can destroy every car on the road, and, well, I guess it doesn't have the propulsion jet on the top to shoot people with, but what's the aftermarket for, you know? But it does have a basket roof rack to carry very large fruit.
All right, so on the road, just putting around town, I totally get it. Absolutely love this thing. It feels cool all the time. When you get it out on the highway, on highway speeds, there's just a catastrophic amount of wind noise, and it's hard to have a conversation. Using the phone, I had the phone at full volume on the highway, so that's all you need to know about that. Can you hear that wind noise right now? Can you hear that? But if you can get over that, and maybe this isn't the vehicle you have to commute on the highway to and from work, this is such a cool vehicle to drive. I just love it.
Okay, so on the road, 4-litre V6, 270 horsepower, 278 pound-feet of torque. This thing is a tractor. It doesn't sound bad, and it kind of hauls. You know, considering the weight, this thing weighs 4,600 pounds. Yeah, it's not a four-banger. That was where the RAV4 was kind of disappointing. This is a proper V6.
Okay, and this is a hilarious thing to say, because it's a Jeep, and it hasn't changed much since its inception. It is a more modern vehicle than that Toyota. I have a remote start on my key fob. I've got a digital screen. I've got heated seats and a heated steering wheel that come on immediately. I've got an 8-speed transmission that's seamless. I've got auxiliary buttons, which I can assign to different lights around the car as you install them. And I've got some really good off-road tech. This is a good car.
Given the size of the car, there is some back and forth motion when in corners, but honestly, the steering input feels really great, really natural, quite satisfying to be honest. And while the ride is very supple and composed, it is not something you can suddenly take on a canyon road. In fact, asking this to carve corners is a bit like asking the Queen for a lap dance. It would be an adventure for both of you, but it's not appropriate. But where I think I have the Jeep beat is noise levels and refinement. I can have a conversation with someone next to me at highway speeds, no problem at all. And I don't think Thomas can say the same thing in that Jeep.
So considering both these cars are in the high $50,000, within a couple $1,000s of each other, and for our American friends, it's this. I feel like I have $58,000 of tech in this car. It feels modern, and it feels cool, but still retains Jeepness. Is that a thing?
So the Jeep might have the leg up in the interior and a more engaging off-road experience, but the 4Runner is the more comfortable and spacious everyday vehicle. Either way, Thomas and I had an absolute blast in these cars, on road and off. Thanks for watching, good day.